Don't have who iPhone is.
Yes,
Recording?
yes, yes.
Hi, Dick. How are you? Drew?
Good evening.
Evening. Who's on their phone? On the iPhone?
That's Al Blackburn.
Oh, hey, Al. How are you?
Good. I just got some video problems tonight, but I'm smiling.
That works.
Okay.
We have Al Blackburn, Ethan. Hi, Ethan. He's at the bar. Dick Hermans on Zoom.
Before I get in trouble.
And we have three of us here. Hi, Dickie. How are
I
you?
am here.
All right, I call the May meeting of the planning board to order. First up, we have Dale Mitchell's lot line adjustment. Did we, that letter, that went to everyone, right, from Stewart's?
Yes.
And one thing that we talked about with this application was what Stewart's designs were for, ideas for why they're getting the half acre, and they sent us a letter saying they have no plans for the half acre at the moment. So, yeah, we take that obviously at face value, and, this is.
Oh, please.
Did you guys hear me? You can hear me
I
anyway.
can hear you, sure.
Okay. The microphone wasn't plugged in.
Oh.
Sorry about that. I guess that's,
And it's all right.
thanks for noticing.
So, all right. So, yeah, so the Stewart's letter said they have no plans yet for the land they're acquiring. And, we have to, so I need a motion to open the public hearing. It is a public hearing, obviously.
I'll make that motion.
Second. All in favor of opening the public hearing?
Aye.
All opposed? Ethan, are you still alive or did we lose you?
I'm here.
Ethan,
Aye.
you're frozen, that's all, okay.
Oh, no, no,
All right. Okay, so the public hearing is open. There's no one from the public here, except we do have the applicant. Dale, do you want to tell us about the changes that were made to the map? This is an updated map here. And just give us a brief explanation of the project and enlighten us to what changes you made on the
You
map.
need more maps? I have more if you need.
No, that's
Okay. There's not much changes from the map that we had before. We just kind of defined more clearly the drainage easement over the Stewart's property that I'm converting to their property.
Yeah, sure.
We have clearly defined the road right-of-way easement terminating at this point right here. The merger parcel is defined. You should have documents on the merger deed. That's a description there, and here's the formal description of it. You should have a description also, although it's not necessary, but a deed, writing the deed for me for the remaining property, the balance of the property. And there was a document that you should have for the 20-foot easement, drainage easement, and then for the 50-foot right-of-way. So there are 4 documents that are added to this since the last time we met, basically.
They were all the ones that won.
Right.
There is a road maintenance agreement also, and you should have a copy of that as well. Actually, if you do, why I don't have a copy of it at the moment, but there should be a road maintenance agreement as well. That's correct. Okay, any other questions?
Okay, and that was the drainage easement and the access easement, right?
Mhm.
Okay, and,
The right of way access, yes.
right.
Mhm. Fairly straightforward, I think. More documents than usual perhaps, but
Right. Does, any members have any questions for Dale or, don't worry.
No,
No, no one. You guys, no one
I don't
question?
have anything. I'm sure Warren will approve the deed and everything.
Right.
yeah, Warren will have to look at,
Right.
eventually
Approve
look
the
at
deed,
things.
right.
All right, do we have well, Drew, do you have any questions?
No, I have nothing.
Okay.
And I know the engineer said he-
Yeah, he said he doesn't have any. And, okay, so, was
Notes
it?
from what Warren wanted from the last meeting or what? he was-
Maintenance agreement.
Or your
use.
short form environmental.
Yeah, we're good.
review.
Yes, we're gonna go to that next.
Okay.
We do that outside after the public hearings close, right? Because we're supposed to take in all the comments.
Just- 'cause I know Warren had a list.
Yeah, it's all the, right.
Right.
Now, did we get a copy of this emailed? Can your engineer email us?
You should have gotten an emailed copy.
No, we just have the paper maps.
Oh, really?
Yes, because we need to share this around and send it to the engineer,
Oh,
make sure
sure,
everything's
sure.
square.
It's easy to have them email a copy
Yes.
to you. I'm almost, well, if you don't have it, you don't have it.
Right.
But I will certainly see that you get an emailed copy.
The one that we were putting up, Trish just took a picture of it, but it's not, you can't, it's not as good.
Mhm.
And, I know, Sarah, you don't have any comment, right, from the town?
No, it's a non-controversial.
All right, well, if there's no other comments, I would look for a motion to close the public hearing, and we'll move on to the EAF.
so moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ethan?
Aye.
Al?
Aye.
All opposed? Opposed, the public hearing is closed. And now we'll move on to the EAF and short form. Wait, where's the? Is there a page one?
That's, what do you need the long form?
No, isn't there a part one? What type action? This is a, which action, type action? is
That's the short form.
it? Okay. I thought there's a part one. This is part two.
There's a part one and a part two. that
Yeah.
I completed, yes.
I'm not doing that.
I just want to have
This
that.
one is
done.
short completed.
Part one is what I completed, part two is what you complete, I think, right?
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. All right. It's only short. All right, so will this proposed action create a material conflict with any adopted land use plan or zoning regulations? I'm going to answer these, and if any members feel it's inaccurate what I'm saying, that does not reflect your views, please speak up and we'll change it and we'll discuss the answer. Okay, so will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations? No or small impact. Will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of the use of the land? No or small impact. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? No or small impact. Will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristic that caused the establishment of a critical environmental area? No or small impact. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway? No or small impact. Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonable available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? No or small impact. Will the proposed action impact existing public or private water supplies? No or small impact. Or public or private wastewater treatment utilities? No or small impact. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? No or small impact. Will the proposed action result in the adverse change to natural resources? Example, wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, flora, and fauna? No or small impact. Will the proposed action result in increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? No or small impact. Will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? No or small impact. Okay. Check this box if you determine based on the information and analysis above and any supporting documentation that the proposed action will not result in any significant adverse environmental impacts. I'm going to check that box. Name of lead agency. All right. Okay. So at this point, we would need a resolution. If we could do this, how time sensitive are you as far as if we had an official one drawn up for next month?
Do what's necessary. I don't think there's anybody that's jumping at the bit here. I don't think they have any immediate plans to do anything, so.
Right.
It'd be nice to get it done and over with, but whatever time it takes.
We need to just make sure all that paperwork,
Right.
Warren has to approve all those things, that it's all square and that the map changes are sufficient. And same with the engineer looking at the map changes. But that's the only things I see, holding it back from us going ahead and approving it. I think the members all agree with that.
Yep.
So expect next month to have it approved.
So, Warren,
We have to interface with Warren and make sure, now all those things got emailed to him?
I'm not sure whether
Okay.
he did or not.
We'll send them to us and we'll make sure he gets it.
Okay.
Did we-
And then I need eventually a Mylar. Copy that has to be
Yes.
signed.
Yeah, we'll need what, we like 2 copies and then whatever you need for the county.
Two Mylar copies.
No, we just need 2 copies.
Okay.
Doesn't matter, one regular, one Mylar, whatever. Yeah. And then whatever the county, I'll sign whatever you need signed once we have the approval. And yeah, you can bring, if it's all good, you can bring them that night. If everything's paid.
Yes.
Well, that's the other, any fees or escrow. make sure that, we make sure that's all squared away too. The other condition. That'll be in the resolution. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Dale. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you needed it sooner, we could do Zoom,
Yeah.
you know. Do we have the minutes, right?
Yes. For April.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to talk about that on the stream. Yeah, let's talk. We have just the minutes. Okay, so can everyone get a chance to review the minutes? Does anyone have any changes or comments?
There's a few typos I picked up. If you guys
Okay.
can hear. Paragraph 4 under Mitchell lot line adjustment,
Have them up.
have to change to right of way, OF. And then the first paragraph under the Murphy section, the last sentence, Stabile asked, have to add a D. Just little typos. And then under other business, it needs to be changed to the ZRC, the Zoning Review Committee, not the CRC. That was all I have. With those changes, I would move that we pass it.
Technically, it's actually the SZRC, Standing Zoning Review Committee, right? Is the one that. Okay, so can I have a motion to accept the minutes with those changes?
I'll make that.
Motion.
Second.
I'll count one of them as a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed? All right, the minutes are approved, from April. Okay, so, I don't know if we have anything else really to discuss. Drew, do you have anything for us?
I did speak to Jack Macarello a couple weeks ago. The state has accepted the site plan for the driveway permit. And then they asked him for 3 $2,000 cashier checks, and they had to update the insurances. The forms they had expired during the process. So that's the last thing he gave to him, and he's waiting for them to reply.
He had to pay $6,000?
I don't know if some of it's deposits or, but that's what he needed to give to him. 3 cashier checks for $2,000 each.
That's
All right.
wild. That is really wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so we should be, where did we already we passed that, right? We're just waiting
Yes.
for me to sign the thing, right?
Yep, yeah, it was a conditional approval on the driveway permit.
Okay. And what about Stissing Center? Are we hearing from them sometime?
I did hear from them. Brian was away the end of April and I think the first few days of May. So they will be at the June meeting.
Okay. And we heard from, what is the Bean River Road, what's his name? I'm sorry.
Oh, David Birch.
David Birch, I guess he's gonna come talk at the June meeting about whatever update. Not official, just informal. He said informally, let us know what's going on with the project. All right. Anyone else have anything else? Questions for Drew or
Yep.
Sarah, do you have anything?
No.
We finished, some of us who were in that mapping class, the solar mapping class are finished up. We have one more practical week where we're gonna go, I guess, just mess around with the program. That's next week. They wanted to have it tonight, but I let we really got them to change it to the 18th, so. Otherwise, I guess that's about it. I guess we could go executive session, I guess. A brief executive session to discuss personal matters regarding consultants. So can I guess what we'll do here is we will I need a motion to go into executive session. And then also to adjourn when we're done with the executive session.
I make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Like.
All opposed?